Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have Why Gabi Avoided Paradise. Last night was another episode of Bachelor in Paradise. This would be the season in which Gabi from Zach Shallcross's season would be entering the beach, but she says, I did not feel Paradise would be a good environment for me given my ending on The Bachelor. And she started seeing someone. So is this the guy that she's seeing? We're going to kind of break this down. She sort of shares a photo where we can't really see if it's the same guy, but maybe you could use your investigative journalism to let me know what you think. And because you might, we're going to share her Q&A, but you might remember here, actually, let's go here. She talked about how she remained angry and hurt after Zach violated her privacy, still getting over all of it. She said, I don't think he meant to hurt me. I think the repercussions of it, of exposing me on the level that he did, I wish he thought that through more. Of course, that being that Zach discussed having sex with Gabi, which, it used to be, things are implied, but this would be the opposite of implied. This would be very explicit, the conversation where they said, hey, or Gabi said, hey, we were not going to discuss what happened in the fantasy suite. What's the point of a fantasy suite if you talk about it? That's like going to Vegas and then sharing it. It's like, no, what happens in the fantasy suite stays in the fantasy suite. Rule number one. No discussion of fantasy suite, but either way, so she was feeling hurt, betrayed, and also heartbroken. She was in love with him, and she had to deal with the fact that she was still friends with Kat even after Zach chose Kat. So that was how that went down. So here's her Q&A. She does this nice little quintessential New England, Vermont foliage, as you like to see it there. She was with her brother. She said, ask me a question. And then, of course, someone's like, favorite apple. Boo, boring. Get to the good stuff. Why aren't you on Paradise? She said, a lot of questions about who I'm dating and why I'm not on Paradise. I did not feel Paradise would be a good environment for me given my ending on The Bachelor, and I had started seeing someone. To me, it felt like it was more important to protect my peace and to see where things went with the new man, but I had FOMO. This is my man friend and personal photographer, Zach, and I met him through mutual friends like 3 years ago, and then he invited me to go see a Chris Stapleton concert in May or April, and we vibed, and I'm very happy. First of all, for anyone who invites you to a Chris Stapleton concert, you don't listen to the beautiful, silky, honey smooth sounds of Tennessee whiskey, smooth as strawberry wine. Okay, I'm not Chris Stapleton. That's why you don't have to pay for this. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal. Either way, it appears she got dumped by Zach, and this is a new Zach. I don't know about you guys, but when I've had bad breakups, the last thing I want to do is see or spell the name of the person that had dealt with my heartbreak. That name becomes sort of like the thorn on a rose, if you will. What is it in a name that could smell so sweet? Is that okay? I'm not really a big Billy Shakespeare guy. Was he that good? Okay, no, I'm sure he was. All right. So anyway, she shared. This is him right here. Can we see who this guy is? Flannels. Not really sure. Apple picking, where white people go to pay more for apples. Apple picking. Thought you enjoyed a nice quiet Sunday? Now you're picking out rotten apples that your 3-year-old thought would be good. Apple picking. $45 for you to do the work. What's worse, apple picking or checking out a cart full of groceries at Walmart? You ever go to Walmart and they're like, yeah, the self-serve is open, and you're like, I've got 450 things. I will gladly take an hour of my life waiting in line before I use that wretched self-serve. I don't need to know if this russet potato is organic. I don't have the codes for these parsnips, mother effer. Either way, so it appears that just a month ago, Gabi soft launched her new love, which was a BachelorNation.com article where she posted, "You cute." And then down below, it was this guy. Is this the same guy, or maybe it's a new guy? New guy of the month? Not really sure. I will say this though: when she shared this, This is the verbiage of someone who doesn't want to commit too quick. She's like, "I got this friend. He's a man friend. He invited me. We vibe. I'm happy. Don't get too close. New man's." I once dated a girl who couldn't say she loved me, so she would use code word for love. And I was like, boy, how it was like, this is definitely not my issue. This is their issue. They could like spell love, but not in the real way. Like, God forbid you spell it Love. But if you spell it Luv, it's not as cool, whatever. It's like, okay, fine. Whatever helps you sleep at night there, toots. All right. So either way, we're happy for her. And was there one more reel? And then someone said, any products or brands you're loving right now? And she said, Amazon white strips. That is the most Vermont, New England ad placement. Here in Southern California, you've got Amanda Stanton being like, I've got a new duvet sponsorship. And Gabi's like, we done got our teeth whites. All right, the Carhartt hat. Give it up for Blue Collar Vermont. We love a good Vermonster. Just waiting for that Ben & Jerry's sponsorship to come through. All right, folks. Well, now we know why Gabi avoided paradise. Do me a solid. Have a fantastic weekend. And we'll be back tomorrow on the Dave Neal Show for a new episode of Driving with Dave. Hey, have you caught up on my vlog on the new vlog channel? We attended the F-Boy Island premiere. You can go check that out right here.